This is Rachel Lennard with CKA News, and I will be talking with Ms. Casey, the VP of Education, to see what religious school will look like this coming year. So, Ms. Casey, what will the religious school schedule look like this year?
Our religious school schedule this year is going to be a little bit different. We will be on Zoom for the fall semester. So what our new schedule looks like is everybody has class at 9 a.m. You're going to have an individual Zoom link that you click to get to. At 10 o'clock, we're going to take a break for snacks, for pseudo recess, for taking, just taking some time to ourselves. 10:15. If you are in pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, or second grade, you'll be coming back and joining us for Torah time and music. If you're in third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, or eighth grade, you will be joining Rabbi and your teachers and Sedona for a combination of Hebrew classes and services that'll go for another hour.
What about Flex?
Flex is going to be also on Zoom this year. So Rabbi and myself are coming up with some ways to take our normal Flex programs, adapt it for Zoom, and we're also going to be thinking of new ways to incorporate more fun ideas that can be done virtually. So we all have some really exciting Flex opportunities.
So I'm really concerned about virtual learning this year. What should I do?
I am also really concerned about virtual learning this year because I am not a person who learns online very well either. I have learned that there are some techniques that we can use. There are things that you'll have to figure out based on your own learning styles. We are going to incorporate a lot of breaks and make sure that we're giving our brains and our eyes time to rest. Being on the computer for a long period of time is definitely difficult. We're also shortening our class time, so rather than our long 9 a.m. to 11:30 classes, we're going to keep them shorter with a longer break in between to make sure you're not getting too distracted and tired from being on the computer. And we're also going to be regularly communicating with teachers, with parents, to make sure that everybody's having a successful year.
We really aren't stocked up on craft supplies at home and don't have a printer. What can I do so I don't miss out on activities?
If you don't have a printer and you don't have a fully stocked Michael's aisle in your house like I do, we are going to be doing activity boxes that can be picked up for your kids. All of the teachers will be pre-planning their lessons, so any activities will have all the boxes put together in advance. Anything you need, whether it be a glue stick, scissors, yarn, Hebrew-shaped pasta noodles, which we do have and use regularly, at least in this classroom. All of that will be put together in advance. You'll have all of that ready to go for Sunday morning, including anything written, printed. All of those materials will be good there.
I'm really excited to have religious school start back up, but what happens if I'm not enjoying Zoom class or I'm having a hard time learning once classes start?
This year is going to be the year of adaptability and changing. So if the first couple of weeks of school go by and you're really having a good time, week 3 hits and you're really struggling to understand material, you're really struggling to focus, all you need to do is reach out to your teacher, reach out to me, your parents can reach out to your teacher, your parents can reach out to me. We are very lucky that we are a very small, close-knit community. Our religious school is small and close-knit, so we can adapt for everybody's individual learning needs to some extent. So the only thing that you need to do if you're feeling like you're not getting everything out of religious school that you want is to contact your teacher, contact Ms. Casey, and we will talk and figure out a way to make it more successful for you.
Are there any steps I can take to make sure that I have a successful year?
There absolutely are. So we all have experienced virtual learning last spring. Some of us have done some this summer. Some of us will have started, maybe already started, or will be starting your regular school that may be virtual as well. So we are starting to figure out what kind of learners we are. The best thing you can do right now is try to get an idea of what kind of learner you are. If you are the type of person who needs to fidget with something to stay focused, like I am, maybe let's try to plan on having something that you can have in your hand. Have some Play-Doh, have a fidget spinner if those are still popular, to make sure that you have something occupying your hands to keep you focused. If you have crazy animals in your house that will distract you, like I do during class time, let's find a place away from our crazy animals where they won't get in our way necessarily. A really good technique to have is to dedicate a spot in your home for learning from your bed, learning from your playroom, learning from your dining room table while everybody's cooking. All of those can be really distracting. So try to find a quiet space that you can set aside for your learning, and that's for religious school or regular school. And the best thing I can tell you now, while you still have some time, is get used to waking up in the morning. 9 a.m. on a Sunday maybe isn't our favorite time of day, but if you get a good night's sleep, you eat a good breakfast, and you're ready to learn, we'll all come in with really high energy and good excitement.
Are there any new things happening this year?
There are a lot of new things happening this year. So other than the biggest new thing, which is virtual learning, we'll be doing a lot of video series like this, including weekly topics to talk about with your family regarding Torah, regarding holidays, anything that we can come together as a community on. We'll be doing monthly service projects within religious school. These will all be things that can be done at home, to be done in a distanced way, in a safe way, that don't require any additional materials or anything outside of what you'd normally have in your house. We're also going to be planning community-wide activities. More information will be coming on those as we see what the world looks like and what will be safe and what will be good for everybody.
So, what will holidays look like this year?
Holidays are going to be different, just like everything else. We're going to be following our local guidelines, what we're comfortable with, as well as what we can do in person and what would be better to do online. We're going to have a lot of activities for families to do within the religious school, and we're going to be providing things like recipes for holiday treats and ideas of crafts that we can do as a group to celebrate together.
When will we be able to return to in-person classes?
Rachel, that is a really good question, and I don't have an answer to it yet. While I would love to be back in school with all of you guys, giving high fives all the time and hugs around, right now it is not the safest option for our community. So we are going to be completely virtual for the fall, everything over Zoom. Come Thanksgiving, we are going to readdress the situation, readdress where we are with COVID-19 and where we are as a community, and we'll be making some decisions then to see what the future for the